Some of the deaths in Sierra can be rather dark, but not too many. They really keep the humor. They really tried to make it a family-appropriate game, and although they stuck a few things in there that were hints at it not being, especially if you were playing a game like Leisure Suit Larry, but, you know, a lot of the deaths were pretty, you know, lighthearted, and there was always an element of humor thrown into it. Like, most of the time, if you did something really stupid, the game would congratulate you on how stupid you are, and would encourage you to play again, and usually make fun of how low your score was if you died early. So. Now, we probably could have done more, but I'm ready for the next step. Now, it's very important to make sure that you take a close look at that cookie because it's glowing blue, and that means that if you try to actually give him the cookie, he's not stupid. He's going to figure out what it is, and he'll zap you before you do it. So we've got to hide it.
The porridge conceals the crumbled cookie. It still looks as appetizing as ever.
Darn right it does. So, if you guys are reading between the lines, we are about to pull one over. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll probably edit this out. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Had to take a quick break.
I am hungry. Prepare me a meal at once.
Oh, I'll make you a meal. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Mananan is...
Here we go.
You watch, barely able to control a smile from spreading over your face. The wizard chokes on his little snack and clutches his throat. He seems to be turning a somewhat bluish color. As the wizard manages to swallow the tainted, once-hidden cookie, he greedily gulps the remainder of the porridge. You watch, hoping for a sign that the spell will begin its work. But it seems the wizard is unaffected.
Uh-oh.
Something is wrong. I feel strange.
Really? Maybe you should curl up. Have a cat nap.
What was in that porridge? A cookie?
Ah, the cookie. You know, that reminds me of a poem. Root of Mandrake.
Getting a little cocky there, Alexander.
With cat hair.
Better make sure this thing works.
Oil.
My spell!
Oh, you know that one.
You!
Yes?
You won't get away with this. You'll be sorry, Gwydion.
Woohoo!
Name is Alexander.
Bitch! And we are officially free!
You'll never be a prince. You've been a pauper too long. You won't look so clever once you've been shrunk down to size.
Foreshadowing.
You lay it all.
You'll never be a prince.
You lay it.
I'll trap you like the rat you are.
You've cleaned. You've had enough to do with that creature.
Oh, I want to kick him. The game won't let you mess with him.
You've cleaned.
But that is it. The iron grip of Mananan has finally been removed, and as you see, his picture is now gone.
Strange.
It's a nice little touch there. And that's right, folks. We are now free to do whatever we want. We don't have to worry about that timer anymore. We don't have to worry about rushing around anymore. As far as I know, the only thing we have to worry about now is we have to get off the island. And fortunately, as you get rid of the wizard, there is a way to do that. Now, in the original game, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Rather than being all mysterious, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about.
You pull out. You feel a...
At a certain point in the previous version of the game, we see that this is a port town. And actually, it looks like it hasn't appeared yet. There's a ship that comes and is basically the only way that we have to get out. I think it probably gets triggered by finishing all the spells, because, you know, we've beaten the wizard. He's done. It's interesting. Because, see, in the previous version, there was only a certain amount of time that went by, and then the ship appeared. And you only had a certain amount of time to get on the ship before it sailed away. And if it sails away, that's it. Game's over. So there was much more of an element of time and a sense of urgency to the game. I'm pretty sure that until I trigger the ship's appearance, I have as much time as I want. And in order to trigger the ship's appearance, I have to finish certain spells, I think.
You unlock...
So why don't we go ahead and do that?
Inside.
Also, there's a little Easter egg here for points that I didn't get until now, because I didn't want to waste time.
You open the desk's only drawer, but...
Now, it says nothing interesting, huh? Let's be persistent.
Again, you search the contents of the drawer, but find nothing interesting. Persistent, aren't you? Upon closer examination of the contents of the desk, you find a letter. You remove it and take it with you.
Now, this is not required at all for the game, but it's basically a nice little continuation of the Father side quest that AGD Interactive has kind of added to try and pad out the story a little bit and sort of explain a couple of things that they changed. That actually is kind of interesting. It explains a little bit more about how all of the characters in the entire King's Quest series kind of relate to each other, at least as far as the villains go. So, let's have a read. My dear Mananan, it saddens me to learn that no word of your sister Hagatha has reached you of late. We can but hope she is well and able somewhere to do as she pleases to whomever she pleases. My own sister is well, and thank you for asking. She was taken with you once before you grew that excessive beard, and insists that you were a handsome man in your day. I can only imagine. Is your servant performing as adequately as the last? You certainly pick them, don't you? Rumor has it that the father had a particular say in who this latest slave would be. Such a rare honor. I'm really quite envious. Then again, you named them all Gwydion, so what does it matter where they come from? The way they meet their end all on their 18th birthdays. You are such a poetic dear. As for my own darling boy, he is performing his role as a loyal son superbly. One might think he'd been doing so his whole life.
There seems to be more written on the other side of the letter.
In matters of the faith, my response is as it has always been. We must continue to do what we can to usurp control from the unfaithful, so that the world may be prepared for the great day. For my part, I have made plans to rid this realm of my enemy. Being so predictable and obliviously innocent, she will make easy prey. The time comes soon, Brother Mananan, and our long wait will be over. May swift destruction come to all those who oppose us. In the Father we trust. L. P.S. You really shouldn't keep cats around the house. Steeds make much better pets. So for anybody who's played the King's Quest series, you obviously know that that is from the witch in King's Quest IV named Lolote, the primary villain in King's Quest IV. So again, this is basically just a way for HD Interactive to try and find a way to basically hook all the villains together into some sort of unholy coven. I'm kind of interested to see if they eventually make further remakes and sort of elaborate, flesh out that story a little bit more. They also make their own original games, so it's quite possible that they might do that too. So, we shall see. Alright, so why don't we... shoot. I gotta go out and get something. Never mind. Sorry about that. Aha, see? There's the cat. Let's have a little bit of fun. And we don't know if that's the other cat or if that's Mananan. If you don't stick close to the wall... Ah!
Seems like black cats really bring bad luck.
You'd look mighty funny falling down those stairs, Gwydion.
So it looks like that's the original bastard cat. As long as you stick close to the wall, you'll be fine. Alright, gotta go out and grab one more ingredient. Forgot to do it my last trip out.
You pull out.
No, I think I did it, but in order to finish the spell, I had to clean off the spoon. Gotta pick up some more mud.
You kneel.
Okay. Slight...
You pull out.
Little side trip there. Now we should be ready to go.
You feel a
strange pulling sensation. I just love this flute here. I really appreciate good music in these games. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a pretty musical person. If a game has a good soundtrack, it can get away with doing a lot wrong, in my opinion. Fortunately, these games do a lot right. I am willing to forgive a game quite a lot if it happens to have a darn good soundtrack.